Sun in Capricorn, the fabulous Capricorns out there. Now, I love every sign. I think every sign has its sort of spiritual lesson, and the entire sky is within us. And the higher sort of lesson of the Capricornian energy is that anything is possible, anything can be achieved if you commit to the process to get there. It is about understanding that you can say success leaves clues. And wherever it is and however it is that you define success, there are clues there. There is a path there. And if you are diligent and if you see that path through, if you begin a thing and then make your changes along the way, certainly, but you stay committed and you keep moving forward, you will manifest what it is that you desire. You will manifest something that matters to you and that ultimately you can be really proud of. Now, this is the sign also of authority. And so people with Sun in Cancer tend to be people who want to be on a path of ultimately being recognized as an authority. So this is also an earth sign. Earth signs very interested in manifestation. Taurus is interested in manifestation, but it's much more about sticking with the process. And there's an element there that has to do with manifestation in the form of finances, abundance, defining what abundance is. Virgo as an earth energy is much more about the process itself, and it's about establishing expertise and wanting to be seen as an expert based on the work that they manifest. Now, that is distinctly different. Being able to do your job well is different than the Capricornian energy, which is about being recognized as, whether you want to call it a leader or a big dog, or someone who wields power, someone who wields authority, someone who can assert a sense of position in the world. Now, that sometimes is rooted in a desire to be really good at something, but sometimes that thing that it's not necessarily connected to a skill like it is with Virgo. It's more connected to, or can be connected to, just being really good at climbing the ladder, being really good at leading people and directing people, and being really good at manifesting great things. Like that tends to be a lot of the motivation. Now, what I really like about Capricornian energy, and I do think that Capricorn sort of find themselves more and more over the course of the life. And so this is a sign that is associated with like full maturity, right? Really like sort of, if you will, the ultimate years before a person retires. And if you look at the whole chart in a larger scheme, they tend to be divided by phases of life as well. If you look at the signs. And so each sign sort of encapsulates different phases of life. And this is the phase of life that's about full manifestation. It's the phase of life where you are the big dog, you are the authority, because you've been doing what you do, and you've been doing it for a while as well. And so we've got that element playing out here, because it is about ultimately, you could say, another way to put it, is living the dream. But the dream isn't so much necessarily has a dreamy quality like Pisces energy. The dream isn't just about, you doing what you want to do, which is Aquarian energy. This is about you having built an empire of sorts, however you understand it, whether it's just a small, like sort of empire of your mind, as they say, empire state of mind, you building that kind of empire state within yourself so that you feel that sense of power as you move through the world. That is, and in that process, and however it is that a Capricorn defines success, whatever ladder it is that they choose to walk or to climb, it can be equally worthy. It's not necessarily about how other people judge it. Whatever ladder it is that they choose to climb, it is about getting to the top rungs and knowing that they're on that path and they're moving in that direction and they're doing all they can. That is when they really connect with their power. But yes, accomplishment, achievement is certainly part of the process. It's not just about the process and looking forward to something. That's Sag energy. Sag is about being enthusiastic about what's ahead. Capricorn energy is about knowing you've done what you were supposed to do. It's about knowing you've achieved so much and now there's something else to achieve, or there's something to build on that and build on that going forward. The thing that I found, Capricorns, is that Capricorns really come into themselves later in life more than the other signs. And that means coming into an appreciation of their own beauty. That happens later in life as well. In fact, these are people who grow more beautiful, who grow more powerful as well, certainly. These are not the type of people who are going to say, look back at their college years or their high school years and say, whoa, those were the best years. They're not those types of people. These are people who experience their best years the older that they get. The older they get, the better it gets, and the more they achieve and the more they accomplish. So it isn't so much about looking back, but it is about owning the moment and moving to a more and more powerful place. Again, ultimately, this is going to be self-defined and it's going to be different for every single Cap out there. For some Capricorns, this is going to be in a realm that was decidedly different than what is the norm, than what society sort of establishes as true success. But if it is something that they consider success and they're achieving it, they're meeting those goals, they'll just keep meeting more and more goals and accelerating more and more. And in the process, shining brighter and brighter, finding a greater sense of happiness along the way. Well, thank you so much for watching. Until we connect again, take care. Thank you for watching. This lesson is part of Synchronicity University. You can go online at synchronicityuniversity.com or click on your screen if you're on YouTube right now to access even more video lessons, to access horoscopes, interviews with some of the most amazing astrologers in the world, and so much more.